Welcome to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn. We are 2 out of 3 brothers previewing movies through a rainbow lens. Hello, Brett.
Hello, Lee.
Through a rainbow lens and an air condition event.
Yes.
We are previewing movies through a rainbow air condition event.
Yes, so we went to the Cinema Nova this week.
To see, hang on. We need that, when they do the other camera. And Molly Meldrum shows the CD to the other camera. We
do yourselves a favour.
Another camera. Do you know what I don't get, right? It's
the whole movie?
No. I'm just going to do the first tangent, 1 minute and 16 seconds into the episode.
Great.
What I don't get is that it is 2026, and when Jimmy Fallon, in between fawning over his guest, says, "I saw this picture on your Instagram," then goes under the desk and holds out a printout of that picture.
Yeah, that's so they can see it.
He's not getting
his phone out.
On Have You Been Paying Attention?
Yeah.
Tom Gleisner says, "Hey, Kitty Flanagan, we saw this on your Instagram," and it comes up on the screen.
Yeah.
Why can't Fallon do that? They have so many monitors around the studio where they can see each other.
Yeah.
They can just go, look at the screen. That's what we saw on your Instagram. We see it as an audience. The monitors show it for the live studio audience. Is live, actually. Anyway.
That's got nothing to do
Camp
with...
Miasma, which I am not, contrary to what I just said, going to put a picture of on the screen.
Yeah.
As we show that.
You're going to have to now. So, yes, we went to the Cinema Nova this week to see the premiere...
Literally.
...of...
The Australian premiere.
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma or Miasma or Orgasma.
And it won the Queer Palm.
It did for some reason.
At Cannes. Well, it was good and queer. This says, after years of slapdash sequels and waning fandom, the Camp Miasma slasher franchise is handed over to Chris, Hannah Einbinder, an enthusiastic young director ready for the next big step to be revived. But when she visits a now reclusive Billy, Gillian Anderson, the original movie's Scream Queen, the two women fall into a blood-soaked world of desire, fear, and delirium.
Yes.
This is going to be our preview review, so there will be no spoilers.
No.
We'll tell you what we think, so you can decide whether or not you go and see it.
Yes. So I didn't know too much going in.
Yes.
Other than it had Gillian Anderson and Hannah Einbinder in it and was then clearly lesbianic.
Yep.
And that it was about remaking an old cult slasher movie. That's all I really knew.
I'm not sure I knew even that. I knew that it...
I think I got that from the trailer.
...would be meta about slasher movies.
Yep.
Particularly Friday the 13th. And I knew that the thing with the air conditioning vent on its head was the killer.
Yep.
And Hannah Einbinder was meeting Gillian Anderson. That's about all I either got
and she was weird.
Wanted to take from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I did, though, before we went to see it, I Saw the TV Glow.
Yes.
By Jane Schoenbrun.
Is that how we pronounce that?
Well, that's how I'm pronouncing it.
Yeah, okay. Schoenbrun.
Schoenbrun. And I...
Didn't like it.
Okay, so my big non-spoiler is if you liked I Saw the TV Glow, you will like Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Great.
If you really, really, really didn't like I Saw the TV Glow, you won't like Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Okay.
I was middle of the road of Saw the TV Glow, and I was slightly to the more positive side of the road, depending on what continent you're driving on, for Camp Miasma.
Okay.
So
Great.
it's a 3.5. No, I gave it 2.5 to I Saw the TV Glow, and if Letterboxd would have let me, I would have given it 2.75 to Camp Miasma.
Okay. Great. I don't know. So
Well, our first note on the thing is WTF.
Well, what the fuck? That's what that stands for those playing along at home.
Yeah.
So it had me at one point, and then at one point it completely lost me. Not in terms of what was going on. Well, in terms of what was going on, and also enjoying the movie
So
because I didn't know what was going on. So that's probably why I wasn't enjoying the movie.
similar. After not enjoying but also not getting a lot of what happened in I Saw the TV Glow, an hour into this, I was like, this I'm on board with. It's very meta.
Too meta.
It's very poking fun without making fun at Hollywood trying to be woke.
Yep.
And at the same time, poking fun in a meta way at reboots and attempts at rehashing old IP.
Yep.
I was on board with that. Mm-hmm. I was on board with Gillian Anderson,
Who isn't?
which I'm rarely not, yes. And I was on board with Hannah Einbinder,
Who isn't?
which we did decide can act. Who we did decide can act. But then there is a turning point, and that's when it lost me.
You know when it also lost me? When I kind of dozed off a bit. So
You didn't doze off much, though.
no, I didn't. I was definitely doing these ones.
There was a couple of head nods.
But that's fine. Just make a better movie. I won't fall asleep. So we can't say much more. I think that the two main, the acting's good. There
The
were
acting's very good.
Some genuinely very funny moments that are
Yep.
laugh out moments,
Yep.
particularly for the person behind us. But we'll save that for the full review because that has to be a long discussion.
Yeah.
Uh,
As any discussion we have of theatre audiences
Yes.
is.
Yeah. In terms of the meta-ness, as a quote horror movie that is making a movie about making a horror movie, that was right.
Yep.
What did you think of the horror?
Look,
In a brief, non-spoilery way.
it was out of meta, humour and horror, that's the ranking
Okay,
in terms of landing. The meta-ness landed.
Definitely.
You're on the record of saying you're not a meta fan, though.
Yeah.
Don't sue Zuck.
not the company, the concept.
Don't shadow ban us. Meta,
I love AI.
It landed in the meta-ness. It landed a lot of the humour.
Yes.
It helped that her agent was played by that one who is funny.
Yep. Sarah Sherman.
Yep. It didn't land as much with the horror.
Well, because I think what they did, and you do see a bit of it in the trailer, so it's not much of a spoiler, but the fake bloodness
Yeah.
was so fake that it was then not... It was gore, but in a over-the-top Quentin Tarantino but comedic way. Does that make any sense?
it was taking the piss out of how much blood is in some of these slashes, but it went too far.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing that I want to mention before we wrap it up, the other note in that it is, to quote Imelda Staunton, it is a great big les off,
Oh, so much lesing.
which is great. Jack Haven, I think, was actually pretty good as Little Death.
Yes, good.
So they were in... You will have seen them if you saw I Saw the TV Glow.
Haven't seen it.
But you will also have seen them if you saw Atypical.
Haven't seen it.
So Jack Haven wasn't always professionally known as Jack Haven and played the older sister of the main boy in Atypical. They have since transitioned, non-binary, they them pronouns, since I Saw the TV Glow. But their kind of character arc is a bit transitory in I Saw the TV Glow.
Okay.
So I think Jane Schoenbrun cast well in casting Jack for that.
Great.
Jack plays the villain, the monster, Little Death,
Terrible name.
and I think does it really well. But I also think it's really well cast related to the origin story of Little Death that I won't go too much into because
Yes.
it's part of
Yep.
the movie.
Yeah. Yes.
Nudity also.
Oh, tits.
Yeah,
Well,
Full nude.
everything. Pretty much everything.
for Little Death.
So my last point.
Is your last point also your first point? WTF?
No.
Oh,
My last point is that it for me, was almost trying too hard. And then I was just a bit, I was just a bit like, really? Come
Yeah.
on. That's my last point without saying too much.
Yeah. You know what? I do have a lot more to say.
Yeah, that's why we're going to do a full episode on it.
But the movie comes out. So this, if you're listening to this live, you're listening to this on a Monday.
Great.
Not live, as soon as it's dropped. You're listening to this on a
Hot
Monday.
off the press.
The movie comes out Thursday. So maybe next Monday we give our full review.
Okay. I don't know why my voice had to break when I said that, but sure.
So you've got a week from today, if you're listening to it straight away, to watch it.
Yep.
And then we'll chat about it fully next Monday.
Great.
With spoilers. Because overnight I've been thinking about it. And there's a couple of things I want to say.
Great.
But
Maybe
you'll have
write
to
them
listen
down.
next week. Subscribe to the podcast or subscribe to the
Turn on those
YouTube
notifications,
channel.
peeps.
Something else you can subscribe to is our mailing list,
You can also
which
do
there
that.
is a link to in the episode description, and that's where you hear about the events that we've got coming up. We've got screening of Moulin Rouge in August,
We do. August 26th.
which is in about 3 weeks if you're listening to this straight away. Then in September, October, November, and December, we have 2 events in each month.
We do. We're eventing it up.
We are eventing it up. We have screening events and social events. So jump onto our newsletter and you can find out all about those, or jump into the Rainbow Popcorn Movie Club Facebook group.
Yeah.
Because you'll see them as well. Or, as a couple of people do, which I didn't know you could do, follow us on Humanitics.
Oh,
Yeah. If you
thanks
find
for
the
that.
Rainbow Popcorn podcast
Thanks,
on
Kimberly.
Humanitics, you can follow us.
Great.
Probably is Kimberly and Ingrid, actually.
That's all right. I just had, it's odds are.
Might be the auntie.
Maybe.
Anyway, Camp Miasma, 275.
2.5.
2.5. If you liked I Saw the TV Glow, you'll like this.
Great.
Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, Lee.